Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're getting into something fascinating, the really surprising side of attraction. We'll do it through this character. Let's call him Wiki.
Right, Wiki. And the thing about him is he was, successful, good-looking by most standards.
Exactly. You'd think he'd have his pick, right? But here's the weird part. He kept choosing women his friends thought were, well, kind of unremarkable, not the obvious stunners.
Yeah, it baffled his friends, and honestly, it baffled him too for a while.
Then he has this, breakthrough moment. He's reading Mario Puzo's Fools Die, and bam, this one line just hits him.
Ah, the Puzo quote. What was it again?
It was quite simply that she had the right smell. Her body gave off the right odor for me. For Wiki, this wasn't just words on a page. It felt like an answer.
Totally. That quote, for him, it was like the missing puzzle piece. It suggested something deeper going on, something primal, maybe subconscious chemical signals,
Mm-hmm. So that's our mission today, really, to explore how these fundamental cues, maybe things we don't even consciously register, shape who we're drawn to, way beyond just looks.
It's a really interesting angle on attraction.
So, okay, Wiki's got this idea simmering. Weeks later, he's on a group tour, northern and eastern provinces. On the bus, he sees this woman across the aisle.
What was she like?
Sri Lankan, he notes, with some subtle foreign touches, but not conventionally beautiful, not his usual type, at least not according to, social norms. Yet, something drew him in.
Okay, so there's already a pull there, even before.
Right. Then, the bus starts moving again, and suddenly he gets this scent. He describes it as unmistakable, unfiltered, but subtle. Definitely not perfume.
Natural scent. And he knew.
He instinctively knew it was her. And here's the kicker. She'd catch him looking, then look away. But instead of thinking, oh, she's not interested, Wiki reads it completely differently.
How so?
He saw her avoidance as an ancient form of invitation.
Wow, okay. That's tapping into something quite primal, isn't it? That old sort of dance of the chase, the nonverbal stuff.
Exactly. He felt that, aversion often isn't disinterest. He noticed these tiny things, faint smiles, quick glances when she thought he wasn't watching.
A slight lean forward when they chatted briefly. Little signals.
Yeah, subtle but powerful. So later at the hotel dinner, the vibe is just confident, playful. He asks her about a nightcap.
And she had a witty comeback, right?
Yep.
About having her own liqueur.
Yep. And then her room number, 234. He even makes a note. Adds up to 9. My lucky number. It all felt significant to him.
So the chemistry was clearly there. Instant and mutual, you might say. And you mentioned a detail about her scent earlier.
Ah, yeah. He noted she had showered just lightly, just enough. So her natural scent was still there, kind of lingering. Like a secret spell, he thought.
Interesting. And they didn't feel the need to define it or anything.
No labels, no big demands or explanations. And later that night, really early morning, he said he just felt this pull, saw an expectant look from her, and instinctively went back to her room.
Wow, just following instinct.
For 4 nights, this sort of discreet ritual continued, completely undetected. When the tour ended, they just parted. No phone numbers, no promises.
Just an understanding. He knew she was married, had grown kids, maybe seeking her own kind of escape.
Exactly. And he didn't judge it. He felt he was learning to tune into a different frequency, listening to the body.
Which brings us back to the science bit.
Yeah.
What was he possibly experiencing? He looked into pheromones afterwards, right?
Yeah, he did some online research, found the definition chemical signals, animals, humans, triggering responses. Britannica.com had info.
Right. And it's important to say the science on human pheromones, specifically their power or exact role, is still debated. Some researchers think it might be about immune system compatibility, subtle genetic markers, stuff communicated through scent we don't consciously process.
But for Wiki, his own experience felt like proof enough. It made him ask this big question, though.
Which was?
Why do so many women cover up their natural chemical signature with really strong perfumes? He wondered, who, then, is the real loser?
That's a provocative thought. Masking something potentially fundamental.
His big takeaway was, okay, beauty might be skin deep, but attraction at its most basic level felt molecular. He learned to listen to what the body sometimes whispers when the mind is too loud.
So thinking about this for you, listening now, what does it mean to maybe try and tune into those signals? To consider what your body or someone else's might be saying beyond just the surface stuff?
Yeah, how much is conscious choice and how much is this older, deeper biological dance?
It really makes you wonder.
And maybe we can leave you with this thought. Napoleon reportedly wrote to Josephine after a battle, I won the battle and am coming home. Don't take a bath.
Huh. Quite the instruction.
Right. What does that timeless, maybe slightly strange message really tell us about attraction, about that raw human connection? Something to ponder.